most aggressive we've seen him riding in his Rookies Cup career. He did tell me he's been working on that with his mentor, Aki Io, as we see Morelli goes through, nursed Rico out the way, who looks to go a little bit past one place from where he started on the grid so far. He was in 6th place. This is good stuff from the Italian. He's had a rotten run of luck this season and crossed both Junior GP and here, but could this be the place that he turns it around? You can miss the fact that Morelli is off like a scolded cat there, a good few bike lengths back to Uriarte. As you say, he knows he can't let the Argentinian get away. He was sensational to take the first victory. Is just a bit slower than what they were putting in qualifying already.
And that no one had a lead like that yesterday, did we? We had a couple of bike lengths lead from Moodley, but no one.
In 8th place is the Indonesian, a real feature, up from 12th on the grid yesterday, battling for 3rd, near enough all the way to the line, but he's bogged down a little bit behind Dodo Boggio here for the moment in 8th place.
He was.
But how much do they close in on him there at Holgerheide, one of the fastest sections of track that we visit on the entire Rookies Cup calendar. They've certainly caught him back up now, Morelli. I think his ambition of...
See, that's the back end of Carpe. And there is Marco Morelli still with the advantage. It's diminished a little bit, but it's still pretty handy, isn't it?
Yeah, a good few bike lengths, but how much do they close in on him there?
He refuses to let himself get kicked down the order as it happened yesterday when he was pushed back to 10th or even 11th and 12th place, I think, at one time.
I absolutely love watching the difference in riding styles. Carpe right behind him, leaning off so far, you can almost get his chin down.
Right, and Salmello, one of the second yesterday, back into 6th place, ahead of Veda Pratama. Let's see if there is the 27, and at the moment it's a sort of a top 6. Moodley and the end of that top 6. They've got away from Hakim Danish of Veda Pratama.
I think I've got a reason why that is, Peter. Yesterday's pace was relative from the actual times in the PDF. Best race lap was actually from last year, Alvaro Carpe, 144.9. I don't think they really touched that in this one, but they're already low 144s, which is not far off the qualifying. Yep, doing the big Rossi cut across the GT chicane.
So Brian was aware that the pace wasn't that quick yesterday. He certainly managed to go with pace wasn't that quick yesterday. He certainly managed to go with Carpe and Morelli today, but it has stretched things. Not everybody can manage that pace. Obviously, it's a very different race than yesterday.
So they weren't
that far back. This is the second playthrough, and it's led by Hakim Danish, the Malaysian, on the number 13.
Oh, that was Veda Pratama cutting off the front of. That was Puglia.
They've got to go after them.
I've got a theory, and it's just been proven to me looking down the PDF. Why is the pace so hot? Morelli's still in the race. He was the only rider yesterday putting a 144 flat in the race. He was riding near enough. Is now leading that chasing pack. Can they work together? Thompson, Christian Daniel Jr., Giulio Pugliese, Leonardo Zanni, Dodo Boggio, and Hakim Danish. Can they chase the leaders down? Can they live with that sort of pace?
Off their radiator, you just saw a day glow thing wafting around. What the thing is that these guys, if they think the engine's going to be too cool and the temperature is low, they'll put some tape
at the start before they were then reeled in by a chasing pack in the second half of the race. However, that normally requires there to be a real one of the championship front runners to be in that chasing group. I think Hakim Danish is certainly a rider to keep in the race. However, that normally requires there to be a real one of the championship front runners to be in that chasing group. I think Hakim Danish is certainly a rider to keep an eye on, but can he bring the others all back into the fray? 43.88.866. Oh, it's only a couple of thousandths of a second slower than Carpe's time, but actually Salmella, he was second on the grid with the 144.2, so that's a couple.
Degradation in the race yesterday. As we say, the pace is hotter now. I just wonder how it's going to shape out.
Got a battle for the final point between Guillaume Plong and Sullivan Mounsey. There's that he had got positions 1 to 6 in the first group. The chasing pack is led by Pratama, and it goes all the way down to Ramersdorfer in 14th. Sullivan Mounsey leading the next set of riders all the way down. Speaking to TNT Sports from the UK as they were doing a new feature on the Born Racers doc, Rouchet said the one that tends to win in Rookies Cup in any given race is the one that wants it the most. I think you're looking at a top 6 of the one that wants it the most. I think you're looking at a top 6 of riders who are absolutely chomping at the bit for it.
Who wants it the most out of those guys? Yeah, and just while we're watching these Super 6, as we said, Moodley was determined not to get punted back as he did before, so he's going to grit his teeth and get back on terms. And Uriarte surely has got the pace, hasn't he?
Yeah, his group
Moodley and Uriarte aren't a lot slow. It is just fractions. It'll be interesting to see just how it unfolds. We're now 7 laps remaining. We've just gone past half distance. 7 laps remaining. We've just gone past half distance. There's Uriarte. He's got past Rouchet, and he'll have his head down because he knows he can't really let these fall, because these four are not mucking each other up.
You got to live with me because I'm going for it from the get.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? So right. So now the time screen says that Uriarte, they've closed, but only fractionally, the Uriarte Moodley on.
Torehan ini adalah capaian terbaik sementara Veda pada tahun pertamanya di Red Bull Rookies Cup setelah sebelumnya finish posisi kelima di race 1 sirkuit Mugello. Pembalap muda Veda Ega Pratama belum berhasil meraih podium pada putaran keempat Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup yang berlangsung di sirkuit Assen, Belanda pada 29–30 Juni 2024. Namun, pembalap asal Gunung Kidul itu terus konsisten mendapatkan poin. Veda sendiri pada balapan pertama menempati posisi keempat. Sementara pada balapan kedua finish di urutan ketujuh. Tambahan 13 poin, 9 poin di seri Assen, Belanda ini pun membuat Veda mengantongi total 61 poin. Saat ini, pembalap binaan Astra Honda Racing Team itu berada di posisi ke-8 klasemen sementara. Pertarungan pada ajang pencarian bakat ini memang begitu ketat. Hampir setiap balapan selalu terjadi duel yang sangat sengit. Veda juga mampu memberikan perlawanan, sayangnya hasil akhir masih belum beruntung. Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup 2024 masih menyisahkan 3 ronde dan total 6 balapan lagi. Tentu saja kesempatan Veda meraih podium di ajang bergengsi ini masih terbuka lebar. Semoga, mantan juara Asia Talent Cup ini bisa meraihnya di seri selanjutnya. Pembalap muda Indonesia Veda Ega Pratama mengakhiri seri keempat Red Bull Rookies Cup 2024 di sirkuit Titi Assen, Belanda, Minggu di posisi ke-7 setelah 1 hari sebelumnya hampir mendapatkan podium ketika finish pada posisi keempat di race 1. Memulai start dari posisi ke-12, Veda Ega Pratama tak membalap seperti pada race 1 ketika ia kecepatan motornya terus bersaing bersama rombongan pembalap terdepan. Veda cukup lama menghuni posisi ke-8 pada balapan 15 lap itu sebelum kemudian ia naik 1 tingkat ke posisi 7 pada lap 7, di bawah 6 rombongan pembalap yang sudah jauh di depannya. Pada lap ke-10, pembalap 15 tahun itu turun ke posisi ke-11. Ia lalu naik ke posisi 9 pada lap ke-10 sebelum kembali turun 1 tingkat ke posisi 10 pada lap 13. Memasuki lap terakhir, pembalap asal Gunung Kidul, Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta, DIY, itu naik ke posisi 8 dan akhirnya dapat mengunci posisi 7 setelah mengalahkan pembalap Australia Charter Thompson dan pembalap Amerika Serikat Christian Daniel. Sementara itu, pemenang balapan race 2 adalah pembalap asal Argentina Marco Morelli, diikuti pembalap Spanyol Alvaro Charpe di posisi kedua, dan pembalap Finlandia Rico Salmela di posisi ketiga. Kemenangan ini masih tak membuat Morelli beranjak dari posisi ke-7 klasemen sementara dengan 77 poin, meski dirinya kini menjauhkan diri dari Veda di posisi 8 dengan 61 poin setelah sebelumnya poin keduanya sama. Brian Uriarte masih memimpin klasemen dengan 140 poin, disusul Charpe dengan 127 poin, dan Valentine Perrone dengan 117 poin. Seri kelima Red Bull Rookies Cup berikutnya akan dihelat di sirkuit Red Bull Ring, Spielberg, Austria pada 17 hingga 18 Agustus mendatang, bertepatan dengan MotoGP yang memainkan seri ke-11-nya di tempat yang sama.